I've just got home from a week working away, and in this box I believe there to be something even more interesting than this tiny monkey that I saw on a beach in the Caribbean. As per usual, I was on eBay and I happened to see a listing that was titled Lefima drum kit parts. Now, I'd never heard of Lafima. In fact, I'm not sure that that's actually the make. In fact, I did Google it, and there is a company that sells like orchestral percussion stuff, and it looks to be very expensive, but that's all new stuff, and this looks to be sort of vintage. So I had a look at the description, and when I zoomed in on one of the photos, I noticed something rather interesting and unusual about this drum kit. Mainly, if you look at the photo here of the floor tom and zoom into it, you can see that there's actually a split in the floor tom. Now, I don't mean this in a bad way, but what I mean is that actually the floor tom comes into two parts. Now, that makes it a Russian doll drum kit. Now, I used to own a Russian doll drum kit made by a company called Carrera Drums in London, and it was really cool because you could pack the entire kit straight into the bass drum for transportation. This was brilliant, but I've not seen many other Russian doll kits, particularly vintage ones, and also from Lefima. So I think we should open the box and see just what I bought for £61.72. Now, I can't help but be intrigued by this drum kit because it is totally unusual. I just don't know if they've got the brand right, but I can't find anything on the internet. And I've had a pretty good look. I will have more of a look. Maybe I'll drop some bits in if I find anything, but I'm pretty sure if there's any parts missing, I'm not going to be able to find any more, so that's going to be fun. Sorry if my energy is slightly weird today, by the way. I'm not joking, I did really get back from working away this week in the Caribbean, which was lovely, but basically it meant I've had like 3 hours sleep, so I've now had lots of coffee, and I'm in a very strange mood, so I do apologise. But anyway, let's get this kit open. Ooh. Okay. You know what? I don't even know if the bass drum hoops. There's one bass drum hoop there, which looks to be in pretty good condition, actually. These look quite nice, actually. Okay. Just worried if there's bits missing. Okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We are going to start to lose the light a little bit, and it looks like it might rain at some point. This is very odd. It's got bearing edges. It's got like proper, like almost Gretsch style. And interestingly, the drums are painted silver inside, which again is like a Gretsch thing, and the screws have all got their own washers on them. They said there's bits with it, and well, as I say, if there's anything missing, we've had it really. They have packed them in though. I don't want to damage it. Bear with. There we go. It's a lovely finish. I really like these lug boxes and the little taps on the end. I just need to get these drums apart. Start by pulling the floor tom out at least. Oh no. You know what? I think this might be an 18-inch bass drum. If it is, that's very cool. I'm wondering if this is pre-international, you know. So for those who don't know, pre-international would mean that it would be British, pre-1960 something. So if you buy like an old Premier kit, you get what's called a pre-international bass drum, and it's basically, it says it's a 20-inch bass drum, but it's actually not. It's actually, is it Imperial sizes, I think? So it's like 19 and 5/8 or something, but it's basically that. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's British 1960s. I would think it's 1960s, just looking at it, you know? But it's got both hoops, which is great news, because God knows where you'd find a bloody hoop for it. And it looks like the inlays, I mean, this one's actually great. eBay private, it says on there. What a very unusual drum kit though. I'll get that off properly, we'll clean this up in another video. The bass drum looks really good actually. I can't see any cracks or anything. It's got this like plate in here, like this wooden reinforcement, and there's definitely something missing there. Could that be like a cymbal mount? However, we got the box of bits, which I'll show you in a second, so I don't know, but it's got all of the claws this end. One thing you can always tell about a drum kit to see that it's good quality is how many lugs it's got. So if a bass drum of this size, quite a small bass drum, has got 8 lugs, meaning 8 tuning points effectively, then that's going to be a reasonably good quality drum kit. If it was a really cheap kit, it'd probably have like 5 or 6, normally 6, but occasionally you do see 5 lugs on the really cheap kits. So the fact that this has got, you know, 8 lugs, and also the fact that they're not pitted and they've got this really unusual design, makes me think that it's actually a half decent bit of kit. I think this is going to clean up really nice, and you can see on this side just how nice that wrap is, and also how good the finish is as well in terms of the fitment of the wrap. I love this small bass drum. I think it's so cool. I need to figure out if all the bits are here though. That's fundamental. But first, let's have a look at the other drums. So I've just set the bass drum aside for a second, but looking at these toms here, I don't know if you can see there, look, but it's just catching and I don't want to pull it, and I don't seem to be able to twist it. So what I think I'm going to do is take off this bracket here, which has got 2 screws holding it in. It is definitely a Russian doll kit though. Like, this is definitely a split in the wrap there. Just trying to run my fingernail underneath it. It's definitely a Russian doll kit. But I think if I take these 2 screws out, we'll be able to get rid of this bracket in a minute, and then we'll be able to have a proper look. I don't want to damage the tom, but looking at it, you know, a bit dusty. And we're going to strip it down totally and restore this kit anyway. But, you know, I'm encouraged by the fact that in the bottom, I don't know how well you can see that. See the spare parts in the bottom? Let me just raise the exposure a little bit. There you go. And there's more in this box here. But let's have a gander and see what we can do to get this tom out. So I need to hurry up a little bit because we're going to lose the light, and it is getting towards the evening now. But I'm going to take these screws out. Hopefully I can get them out without... Ah, no, it's going to spin on the inside. Oh no, I got it. That's fine. Now, if this is a pre-international kit, which I believe it to be, then that raises a couple of questions, because Lefima, if that's the make, doesn't sound like a British name to me. I mean, it might be something that's like a small British brand that's trying to sound fancy and European or something. They're all flat blade screws inside. Let's just drop that in there with all the others for now. But hopefully now we can get to this in a minute. And then we can have a look at the tom, make sure that's okay. Maybe it'll have a badge on it. The other thing with pre-international is that you're very limited on what skins you can put on it. It means that basically Remo makes some, I think that's probably it actually, you know, put Ambassador coateds on it or something like that. Maybe Diplomat coated they might do. Sorry, the local wildlife is having a go. Nice to hear the wildlife. We've been sitting on a plane for 8 hours. That is very, very cool. And if that was missing, I would have no chance of finding one of them. Oh, I didn't have to take the bracket off. I could have just took the screws out. Ah, I've realised something silly now. Right, I've just done something silly. I've took the screws out of here, thinking that then I can angle it. But it's a Russian doll kit, isn't it? Of course it is. See the gap there now. What I should have done was took these out, and then it will slide open, won't it? Of course it will. Oh, that one looks like it's already come out. That needs repairing. Let's put that with the others. Spare bits. Okay, last one. If this comes out, the top of the floor tom should just remove itself. Should be removable. I'm so glad these sort of T bolts, whatever you call them, are here. So I do need to take this screw out on each one, because if you see when I shake this, I don't know how well this is going to come out. See that? That's holding that bracket to that bracket. So if I take this out there, then I'll be able to lift the floor tom in half and get the tom out. There we go. Bracket off. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but I don't know it. So for now, everything can go in there, and we'll figure it out later when we rebuild it. I probably still won't know if everything's here today, to be fair, will I? Because till I start putting it all back together, we ain't gonna have a clue. I mean, how do you even mount the tom? That's what I want to know. Okay, I really am losing the light now. I've put a light in here just so I can do this and finish this. We can have a little look at it. I've figured out that this is obviously threaded, and I've nearly unscrewed it. So hopefully now, taking that out, that's going to go in the drum in a minute as well. We should find this bracket will come off. This bracket, there you go. That's what I wanted to see. Look at that, what a strange design. You know, I'm wondering if this is factory or if somebody's done this, but it looks quite well done. But it also kind of looks like somebody's done it in their shed. I don't really know. It does look like the wrap is finished really nicely though. Like here, if it was somebody had done it, unless they were really skilled, they wouldn't have got the glue right, I wouldn't imagine. And also the bearing edges are actually good. Like, I'm running my finger along there quite carefully, and it seems pretty good, even after what, 60 years probably. Part of me's thinking this is quite a cheap kit, and that's because the hoops are pressed steel rather than cast. So the cast ones, the die-cast steel hoops, like you'd get on like one of the higher end Premier kits or something like that, or the Premier kits from the similar era. I've had a few of them myself. They're like a cast hoop, so they're much stronger, they're much thicker. But these are pressed, so they're kind of quite cheap and thin maybe. And I bet if I polish this up, you'll be able to kind of see like the sort of lines in the metal. Why have they put it in here? I need to get it all out at once. That's the one. That's how we do it. Right. Okay, somebody spilt coffee all over it. This is good. We've got a box of bits here, as I saw on the photos, and some very, very strange parts here. I have no idea what that's for. There's like a sort of spring-loaded part with a... We got another one. So they're all spring-loaded. Oh, that's a bass drum spur. I wonder if that's a spur as well. Oh no, because that's a spur. So why would there be three? Unless the, I mean, it did say with spare parts. This one's longer, and it doesn't have the hole for the weird keyring bit, but it does have like a marking where it would have gone. So maybe it's from the same factory. I really don't know. There's a built-in dampener in the floor tom, which is good, and it looks like it'll work. I'll show you that another time. We've got some more of the sorry, I can't think, I'm so tired. Bass drum T-bolts, tensioners, bass drum tensioners. How many we got? We need 8. 1. That's different. That one's different. That's not for that. That's 1. Oh, there's not 8 in here, is there? Actually, no, sorry. No, I'm wrong. The bass drum tensioners, T-bolts, are like that. So this must be for something else. But let's count let's make sure we got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. 3. 4, please be 8. 5, 6, 7. There's only 7. I bet there's lug boxes missing as well. Okay, so it seems that time really is against me. My microphone's about to die and my memory card's just been full up because I haven't formatted it because I'm totally disorganised today. I've just realised that the floor tom doesn't have any holes for floor tom leg brackets. Doesn't have any. However, there are holes. There's 2 here, and then there were 2. I won't spin it because I might knock some stuff on the floor. There were 2 here, okay? But there's none on the other side, which makes me think that maybe the floor tom somehow attaches to the bass drum. So there's like 2 legs on the outside, but then the 3rd leg is attached to the bass drum. There's also this bracket here, which obviously must tighten the tom somehow. God knows how that works, and I'm terrified to open this. Great. In case there's giant spiders inside it. There's definitely something going on inside it. It's like some wires? Giant tarantula? I don't know. It looks like we're missing one of the bass drum claws. Oh, you know what else we're missing as well? We're missing... I didn't realise. Oh no, maybe not. Sorry. Trying to work this out as I go. So... I think we're missing all of the claws for the other side as well. You see that hold these on? I think we're missing all of them. We've only got the bolts, we've not got the claws. You think I'm going to be able to find Lafima bass drum claws on eBay from the 19 whenever this is from? I don't know. For £61.72 or whatever it was, I think it's really cool. I'm intrigued by this. I have no idea if it's factory. I just really don't know. But I don't understand what I'm going to do with it. I will do something with it. I'll make sure we get it done. Birds are being very loud. So I don't know, but there's probably enough here to at least get, like, you know, get something going. Is this part of, I don't know, really, really confused. I'd love to know the backstory. If you know anything about this kit, please do email me. My email address is on my website, so have a look on there if you want to email me. If you know any information, I'd be dead intrigued to find out. For now, I'm going to have to cool this, and I'm going to have to take it all inside before it starts either raining or gets pitch black. But I think this is kind of a cool kit. There's definitely a bit of lift going on there, or a bit of where the shell is maybe moved, because that is pointing down at an angle and that one is flat, so God knows what's going on there. But I think it's worth more than I paid for it, and you know, I want to get it playing again. We'll do some recording with it upstairs and see how it sounds. Probably have to reskin the lot, which won't be cheap. But anyway, yeah, there we go. There's something missing here as well. If you want to follow this series, then make sure you subscribe, leave a like if you've enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one. We'll continue with this, and we will find out more about the Lafima drum kit. Still don't know where they found that name, and still don't know why they thought it was made by that company, if that company even exists. But anyway, next time we'll find out more.